If I went back to the days of me playing in my 20s, I was in the USA, I was playing collegiate football, and whilst doing that I played for the university, but I was doing my degree. Most of our away games were in a different state, so you'd be travelling on a bus, 5 hours, sometimes up to 12 hours, which meant I had to get on a bus, travel to the game, play my game, finish late, back on a late night bus, travel sometimes late into the night, and then I had to be up early for a uni assignment exam, which meant I had to study on the bus on the way back. Plus I had to train once or twice a day, and I also had a job. So that meant one thing, it meant I needed a lot of coffee because I was shattered every single morning. But it did help to get me through the day, but it was only a band-aid. The only thing I needed at that time was more sleep. No more coffee would have helped me, I just needed more sleep. Sleep's funny because it's effectively, if that was a performance enhancing drug, it would 100% be banned. It's so powerful. You think of food you can go without for 2 to 3 weeks. But sleep, after 2 days, well, after 1 day you're really struggling, after 2 days it's almost impossible to stay awake, after 3 days you're hallucinating. That's how powerful and how much we need good sleep. Now, sleep is the absolute foundation of recovery. You know I love a pyramid structure if you've been with us this far. Sleep's the foundation of the pyramid, then it's nutrition. If you don't get these two things in place, everything above that is just damage limitation. No foam rolling, no ice bath, no sauna, no special therapy is going to get you better results than sleep and nutrition. And while sleep is super important for recovery, it's just as important for progress and performance. And that's because that is a period when your body's actually getting stronger, fitter, faster. It's getting you to retain all the information that you've learned from skill practice or tactical work. This is the period of the day, a third of your day, that you're actually getting better. The training starts the process, but the sleep is when your body actually takes it on board. I had very fixed hours in my 20s, so I couldn't do much about the sleep I was getting. I was getting home late and had to get up early. It was out with my control. But what I could do is making sure that when I did get to sleep, I focused on getting good quality sleep. If you can't get a lot of sleep, then you have to make it good. If you can't get good sleep, then you have to try and make it long. Now, ideally, you have both. Top athletes will prioritise both, they'll get both, but they also have less life stressors, more time to themselves to optimise it. And they'll often sleep 8 to 10 hours a day. For many of you, I know that's not realistic because you might have young kids, you might get home late at night, you might be up early for work. For me now, I'm in a position where I can still pretty much train like I was in my 20s. I can get to the gym 3 or 4 days a week, I can run 2 or 3 days a week, I can still recover well, and I can do that whilst running 2 businesses. There's no way I could have the brain power or body power to do any of that if I wasn't sleeping properly. There's 3 essentials at night and 3 essentials in the morning. If you choose not to do these, in my opinion, you are voluntarily self-sabotaging your performance, your mindset, your recovery, everything about your life. You're choosing to not do it as well. Nighttime, your room is dark, it's quiet, and it's cool. If your room's really bright and you can't do much about it, buy blackout blinds, wear an eye mask. If it's too noisy outside near the street, wear earplugs. Secondly, avoid bright lights before bed. TV off, mobile phone in a different room. You know as well as I do, it's an absolute minefield checking Instagram for 2 minutes because you're going to go down an internet rabbit hole, watching a YouTube video on Google. Overwhelm, stress, anxiety, comparing yourself, one comment, one bit of news, one post, your brain spirals. You know that, I know that. Don't even take the risk. An hour before bed, put it in a different room on charge. If you can't even do an hour, do 30 minutes. It's not much to ask. I promise you it will change your life. You'll wake up in the morning, you'll be more productive, you'll have less stress, and it will improve your sleep. Thirdly, avoid caffeine 8 to 10 hours before bedtime. If you feel like you really need coffee later in the day, it's a good indication that your sleep's probably not that great anyway. Now for the morning routine, wake up when the alarm goes off, don't snooze it. That gets you in the habit of getting up at the same time each day, and that's number 2. Wake up at the same time each day. That's one of the most important things to set your circadian rhythm. Lastly, get out into natural daylight as soon as you possibly can. Now they're all the non-negotiables. In my opinion, they're all within your control, and if it's within your control, there's no excuses. Now some quick tactics that can help you a little bit further, and you can use these as well. Some people like these and it can help make the essentials a little bit easier. So 1, hot showers before bed. 1 to 5 minutes of breath work before bed. If you're going to do that, exhale twice as long as you inhale. Stretching, include some breath work in your stretching. If you're struggling to get to sleep because you're wired, just get a pen and a bit of paper, brain dump everything that's in your brain, and I promise you, give it 10 minutes, you'll conk out. There's something powerful about writing stuff down. I don't know why, but it works a treat. Magnesium supplementation, very useful. Do your own research on it, but there's a lot of good research. I've used it personally. It's very, very good for sleep. Avoid big meals and water like 2 to 3 hours before bed. If you have to eat, make it smaller. If you're getting home late for training, and you need to eat, have a smoothie rather than a solid meal because it'll be digested a little bit easier. There's loads of different strategies you can use depending on your situation, but for now, focus on the 6 essentials. So today's task is very straightforward. Tonight I want you to try 2 things. I want you to try one thing that you haven't done or you don't usually do that's going to improve your sleep, and I want you to stop doing one thing that you are currently doing that's been negatively impacting your sleep. So just write them both bit down, 2 things. So as an example, I'm going to take a hot shower before bed and I want to put my mobile in another room 30 minutes before bedtime. That's one thing I'm going to try that I haven't done, and I'm going to stop doing one thing that I am doing. Just write that in the comments below and I'll see you in the group.